Hey there, guys. I know that was a bit backwards, probably to my old laser electric sign backwards. Just one of the many companies, but yeah, that's just a book that opened my eyes about 10 years ago. The Divine Matrix. I know it looks like it's backwards written here. I'll have to check on the editor. I'm still new at these YouTubes, guys. Here in Australian goldfields, so you're seeing from the other side of the world if you're in America or Northern Hemisphere. Other hemisphere. That was the first book I read, Divine Matrix. We'll just look through all kinds of science and all the book footnotes at the back, so you can look up the science experiments yourself and prove it yourself if you like. But he bridges that, and he even bridges. It says, look, bridging time, space, miracles, and belief. He goes into the Dead Sea Scrolls, the changes in the Our Father. It says, Our Father, you are inside of us in the original text, and then the text now it says, Our Father, you are in heaven, therefore separating us from God. Our Father, you are in heaven, get on your knees, look up, as Yeshua said, if the Father is in the sky, the birds shall precede you. Father is inside and out, outside and in, as below as above, and is everywhere, and Chi and Buddhism, and as you see, I've got the Buddhism side. There's a dragon. I like my dragon. 3 rings, and its claw on the globe may represent and I've got a little Buddha head, Buddha artwork, and yeah, little angel for my little angel, Yeshua, and so on. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, just thought I'd let you in on a little test that I've been doing. Like, just not a test. I've got fish, and I got them at a different age. Oh, other books actually by Greg Braden, Fractal Time. This is all pretty backwards. Fractal Time. Read that too. I read Divine Matrix twice. Oh, that blew my mind away. Here's the latest one, Human by Design. Plus, there's Deep Truth and a couple others I want to get to. That before that, this knowledge of the Merkaba you will not get anywhere. I have friends, and there's family friends, and then there's friends, and yeah, when you have intelligent talks out in the 3D world and you meet the right people, you really meet the right knowledge too. But anyway, here's my best little friends, my fishies. Look, I don't like putting this light on. Like, isn't that a great idea just to flash your LED light on your little animals? I don't even like having the electric motors in there. I ordered a big pump that's like I've saved up with all my money I could, loan money and stuff, and yeah, paid it off. But a label or whatever, and I'll be able to pump both tanks because I got these fish at one time. Look at them. See, they love each other. That's a boy and a girl. That's my Rocco and my Kaida. Hey, Rocco, Kaida, say hello. They're shubunkins, and that's poor man's koi fish. They do the koi dance, especially these two. If you can see this little man, Harry and Kaida. Hey yo, come on, come on. Hello, Harry. Hey yo. So he comes to me. Hey yo. And then he says fish don't have a memory and can't talk. They communicate back. Hey yo. None-nuns is everywhere. I put him ages ago, so yeah. But yeah, and I've got my lotus. It gives them the protection because they like protected from the birds. It's just their instinct. Hey yo. And Bimo. Hello, Bimo. Bimo's like Nemo, but Bimo. Can you see that? Yeah, and she's going white. This is my experiment. I made this stones more white, orange, and black. As you see, that's the main colours of the fish. White, orange, black. Made this more white, and this one more black, because the fish were more black. And this one was pure white. I've got a pure white fish with one black streak. He's just like me. He's pure white with black eye and one black streak. It's me all over. And his girlfriend loves him. His girlfriend, like, I tried to put them together, and the girls start fighting. Like, they all have fun for a few minutes there, and then they all get jealous. So I think that's cute. I just spent the extra money. I'm not very rich now. I've had a car accident. I'll show you some of my qualifications. Like, been saying on the internet, right. What stuff? Oh, look, I used to work for Samsonite luggage. Like, I've got about 3 or 4 of these bloody suitcases around. They're worth like, $600 a pop for this. That's the small one. I've got the Flower of Life by John Below, and other books, some other band books that are knowledge. See, I went to, even though I actually ran away from home when I was like 14, 15. I went to good old Catholic college, indoctrination. I was an altar boy. I went to other churches. Look at that. Look at the little Asian girl. And isn't that interesting, the tree growing? That's a bit of a synchronicity for me. I'm all about the tree and meditation now. And got some field books, some prepping, and small maps, things like that. I don't want to go too much into some stuff. But anyway, I should show you my qualifications. Just driver's license, certificate in, I won't show you my full name. Anonymous can know that, but no one else can. Ooh. That's transport and logistics. When I was working Honda, Samsonite, all them, even CMG, I did. I manned the motors, wound the motors, wired up the motors, and I also ended up learning forklift and shifting out. And there's some more warehouse and logistics. That's an award that I won from another company. I won't mention names. Seat and training for statement of attainment, license to operate auto picking forklift truck, certificate of competency certified 15 October 2011, and that's start training forklift trucks. Yeah, that's all just basic shit kick stuff. But once I came in, and here's my license to do high risk work. You want to see? And I've got gas licenses for swamp gas. No. For refrigeration gas, because a refrigeration mechanic, which is a substream of mechanical engineer and electrotechnology. And yeah, it's both trades in one. So we're actually in the electrical union and the plumbing union. So be peace, be victory. Here's my carpentry days. Door and all that. One of my doors actually went into a church because I built such a good, nice door, and my granddad used to rebuild churches that were run down and things like that, just for free when he was in old age. It was actually, I won't say too much about him. Statement results. So I got high distinctions all through refrigeration. Second year I went up for Apprentice of the Year. Was in the top 10 in Australia. It was pretty good. Almost won like $10,000 worth of tools. Damn it. And like heaps more stuff. Your photo goes up and things like that. More refrigeration and all that. 93%. Some of these like low ones actually building. Oh, look at that. There's the best job. This is the best. Happy Father's Day. Dear end of the day. Thank you for everything you do for me. I love you, from Maddie. Oh. And you rock, Dad. And just a cat. Just a cat. Just, you know. Yeah, kids are. Just a cat. That's one of mine. Yeah. And electrical wiring equipment too. Hand and power tools, occupational health safety, piping equipment. So we did high pressure gas, mechanical engineering, like for the compressor, it's like a motor in reverse. Plus we had the electrical motor that would run that through V-belts often, or a drive chain, or screw compressors, scroll compressors, all kinds of stuff. More involved. There's another award, and my references. I won't let you look at them too long, but there's from when I was a building manager, and yeah, at an apartments joint. Yeah, that was good. Um, Advanced student. Look, test, recovery, evacuate. Apply quality systems, plan a complete activity to plan and undertake a routine task, perform electrical and electronic measurements, install aircon plant and equipment, enter and change. Yeah, I've done. These are all skills. Each one you see of those is like just lists and lists of weeks and weeks of training. Here we go. Final statement of completion. And here we have my rubber stamp. Ugh, I can't do it. Sorry guys, I'm really crap at this YouTube stuff, man. That's why I chose yeah, this one. But it's a bit different when you're sorting out the parameters of a fridge, like, and you just got to know the code keys to break in. More fault find and repair electrical equipment components up to 1,000 volts, AC 1,500 volts, DC. So there you go. So you disconnect, reconnect, fix wire equipment up to 1,000 volt, dismantle, replace, assemble, engineering components, test, recover, evacuate. Yeah. Plan and complete activities, organize and communicate information, work with others in manufacturing, engineering, or related environment, interact in computing technology, assist in the provision of on-the-job training. Yeah, because I just train apprentices too, of course. Module test one, that's my B grade electrical. You have to in 1.5 hours. And I look at some of the trucks I've driven. I was real good at these ones, man. Like, no one could drive these, and there's just a bit of, that's about the best you get in Australia. Bit of archery and hunting, like look at that, a pea shooter. A new dawn. I don't know. Sometimes they got good stuff. Sometimes a bit Alistair Crowley on me. I like to stay away from the darkness. But anyway, what I found interesting after all that, you can see I've got lots of physics and science, and I actually got some good pretty marks there at school. The teachers wanted me to do university, but I was 15 and no parents around, so what do? Oh yeah, shout out to the Real Red Pill Plus InfoWars store. Can't see it properly. Anyway, these things are grouse. An alpha male? Oh yeah, that's grouse. But I've been avoiding soy and BPA for a long time. So I get people say I get a bit aggressive. I don't like ice or anything like that. It's makes me psycho angry, and other guys, I don't know if they're going gay or what, but they're pussies, man. Especially in the city. That's why I moved back out the country a bit more, man. But anyway, back to the fish. We'll do this test. I'll run this test properly, and I'll wash it because I've got the white stones ready to go. This fish that I put in the more dark base stones, he has trouble finding food on top of the water. He doesn't think as sharp as these guys. They're more loving. the white light. They show more love towards each other. These guys fight more over food. Look at him. See, look at him. He's going back and forth. That's Tim's garden. Hello, Boko. Hello. Heyo. 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 And Kaida. Heyo. And she'll just get a white. So once I put white in there, they'll start going more white. As Bimo did. She's half white now. See? Look at that. Look at the size. She was like a freaking trout. I won't even be able to fit them together now. Going bigger than him. Can you see Harry? Harry and Bimo. And Wako Kaida. Rocco's a good name for him though. But yeah, I don't know if it's the light, just so they can see better. I don't put this LED light on. I'm about to put this off. Look, and look, it's even got the blue light. Isn't that a good idea? Leave that on all night while you sleep, huh? Know what I mean? Anyway, when I talk about EMFs, and I was the first to protest Wi-Fi in Australia, they had a raft of scientists and Telstra people and all that kind of stuff at the front. I was 20 years old. Because I'd done all those tickets, I knew about EMF, electromagnetic force, and all the energy that comes just from 240 volt, and it jumps into data cables to 24 volt and can scramble up our refrigeration systems. So imagine what it's doing to us if we're electrosensitive in an electric universe run by millivolts in our brain, millivolts through our hands. That's why when you grab onto something that's 240 volt, and you're supposed to test with the back of your hand so you don't clamp down, because your hand will actually clamp with extra volts. And it just proves more and more the electric universe. And we are an electron. There's something like 100 lightning bolts a second going off on the world, on planet Earth, Mother Earth right now. Imagine we're an electron going around a nucleus, and you imagine those going around so fast, but it's so slow for us. Time is all in perspective. And on Wayne Steiger the other night, we worked out how time can be bent through the refraction of inertia and motion, like the mass, motion, and inertia. If it refracts around a certain point, and that's why when it gets to black holes, time will slow down. And they've actually, I remember hearing about it. The internet used to be so good 10 years ago. I remember a science experiment in India where they actually could slow down a watch, and they showed you, and the watch slowed down in the little capsule. But anyway, I heard someone asking that question the other day. I don't know who it was. But anyway, let's go outside, because the best knowledge of all comes straight from nature. Like the Aboriginals, the Doontime, they used to just sing, and nature told them everything they needed to know. Let's have a listen. It's getting early. I'm up so early these days, it's like 4:30, 5 o'clock I'm up. Better be quiet for neighbours. Hear that? Australian goldfields. Anyway, guys, as you can see, I've done a lot of things. I actually was manager of Seva Logistics Honda Australia, change operations manager, and we won awards in operations. We were quickest, fastest for basic advance. And I worked for Samsonite, CMG, state air conditioning. The list goes on, man. I worked full time since I was 16, and I used to have to work for my bedroom and all that back in the old days when kids used to have to work for their food and stuff, and then get a bit of extra. If you wanted pocket money, did extra washing the cars or something like that, and I used to stack wood and all that just to keep the house warm, do my bit for the family. But I was stepkid, so I got treated pretty rough. But anyway, guys, I'll leave you with that, and I'm going to put these white stones in with the fish, and let's see if they stop fighting so much once the darkness goes. I think that's a good test. I got two lots of fish, same breed, only like a couple of months difference in their birth rate. Like, so they're both almost, in a year or two, 2 months is going to be nothing. They're going to be the same age. But yeah, maybe I should wait and do that in just a month or two, because then they'll be about a year old, I think. I've got to check out shubunkins. We've got to do it all properly. If you want to do some R&D, some research and development, it means you've got to do it properly. Do it with a controlled area, which I've got two lots of fish, same breed, a male and female. One is a bit more darker, bunch of stones. It's got a cover over the roof. Then you've got the open one with the light getting in a little bit easier and the lighter stones. And they seem to do the koi dance and swim around, and really interesting, the koi dance, because as they swim around, they're dropping food and feeding each other, and their inertia helps each other, and their energy binds together, the female and male energy, the yin and yang. And that white fish with the black eye, he's all white with one black eye, that's the yin and yang. That's where it came from, the koi fish. But these are just the shubunkins. They're just like cousins of the koi fish. But they do the little koi dance. I wish I could get it on tape for you one day. But anyway, be peace, be victory. That's my inside nature sort of thing. Just watch the fishies and chill out, because I can be more masculine than most guys. So meditation, there's nothing gay about meditation. Get into it, even if it starts off like 3 minutes a day. Even set your clock for 3 minutes, and then just notice yourself after about a week, you'll be like, oh, I could keep going. And then do 5 minutes, and then work your way up. And guided meditations are probably the best way to start. YouTube has plenty of 10-minute guided meditation. That's what you write in. And yeah, shout out to all those books, Greg Braden, Time Fractals. Ahead of his time, this guy, that was about 10, 15 years ago, Time Fractals, and saying how time repeats itself, but it twists, and it won't ever be exactly the same, but it does repeat itself. Let's not have another Bolshevik revolution and communism go over the rest of the world, or I think, my personal beliefs. I don't know who's right or wrong in politics, but it's definitely not worth shooting each other over. I don't know. It's a tough world out there, for some people. But anyway, the way to be victory is to be peace. If we all want victory without having to lose an arm and a leg, and trust me, I've been through a car accident. It's not very nice having a sore leg all the time. I'm alright. I'm tough, pretty tough, country boy tough. But 100-kilometer head on, and lucky I'm alive. Every day's a blessing. Whatever God you have, bless you. And yeah, be peace, be victory. I'll leave you there. Just my morning podcast, my early gold for this morning. I don't think the sun's going to come up for another half an hour or so, so I'm not going to hang on to this that long. I'll leave this one short as possible. See ya.